This episode is sponsored by Just for Kicks Teacher Program, your ultimate destination for all your dancewear needs. Studio owners and teachers enjoy special discounts on dancewear essentials, including shoes, poms, leotards, themed bike tards, dance dresses, costumes, and more. Plus, don't miss out on our dance costume liquidation page, where you can find incredible deals on high-quality costumes at unbeatable prices. With a wide range of in-stock items ready to ship when you need them fast, and top-notch customer service, we're here to support you every step of the way. Visit us at justforkicks.com and click on the teacher program in the header, or call 1-800-450-DANCE to get started today. Hello, this is Cindy Clow with another episode of Anything But Routine.
And Allie Garrett.
And our guest today is Macy Clow. She's actually my great niece, and she was one of our dancers here in Brainerd for forever. What were you on the high school team? 4 years? 5 years? 4 years. And then she went on to dance at Mankato State. So that's one of the things we were going to talk about. We're kind of doing a series on college dance teams. So, gosh, what prepared you for being on a college team and what didn't prepare you? So what do you wish you would have prepared better for once you made that college team?
So I guess just like getting on the college team, it was like very new and very, very different than what I was expecting it to be. One thing that I felt like really underprepared was acro, but like with high school dancing, we're not allowed to do that in Minnesota.
Right.
So like, even if I had the skills, it was like adding them into like a routine aspect. I was like not ready for that at all.
Right, because you
like,
had probably only done a few things like in your solos, but not really in like a group routine.
And then like I had an aerial, but I couldn't ever do it in or out of anything. So like it was really hard to try to like
learn how to do that
and like connect that in. And I felt like but there was nothing like I learned or didn't learn. It was just like the way high school dance team set up
is
like,
in Minnesota, because other states have acro in their routines. Right. Not all of them, but most of them. We are very different in that aspect.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of my friends on the team that came from Minnesota teams that like were from the cities that don't do studio as much. Once they get into high school, they end up quitting like their studios often. Like they also were not ready for like the acro aspect. It just was like it's like a different element to add in. Like thinking about like normally you would jump out of a turn set or land your turn set. Now you have to think about how you're going to step aerial out of your turn set and like figuring that out, or like
much harder.
Yep. Or you can do an aerial, but now you have to aerial squat in your routine, and you're like, I can't even do an aerial in the first place out of this. Like,
so did you end up taking a lot of acro training at that point?
Yes. So we did acro once a week, and then on our own, you could do Fridays. Like it was just $5 open gym we could go into.
Just to work on your stuff.
Yep. Like there's cheer mats down in the gym you can go down to on the cheer mats and work on your own too.
Oh, that's neat.
That's what's so crazy, I feel like, about dance in general in, the last even 10 years. I feel like the tumbling acro side of dance has really exploded. And I feel like it's always kind of been there. Like you do a few things, but now it's like the stuff that kids and, people are able to do is so crazy. But that's what I think is so cool about dance, like dancers in general, is like you're able to do basically gymnastics while dancing and performing and turning and leaping and doing, so many things. And it's kind of cool.
That's like one thing about college that you really see is like every year the level up is like so intense compared to high school.
Right.
Because I feel like in high school you're kind of like gradually moving on. Everyone's kind of on the same like playing field. And then in college someone comes out with like
something
crazy. Like for example, the U of M this year when they aerialed into their turn set, like mid turn set, and now you see there's 12-year-olds out there trying that when they would have never ever tried that before.
Right.
And
just
so like
keep setting that bar.
Like, or when I came back from my first year of college, just like seeing how much the studio has changed and dance teams change in 1 year being gone is just so crazy. Like,
it just evolves. It evolves. You should see it from my vantage point.
Oh, I'm sure it's changed a lot.
How much has changed is just crazy. It's just crazy. So now, when you were recruited to be on Mankato, did you go through? It's changing just rapidly right now. People are doing it more by video and that.
You were a tryout in person, right?
So I actually had the weird year because my senior year was COVID.
Oh, yeah.
So ours was all video tryout, but following that, Mankato switched to recruitment style. So
I feel like that maybe was part of what like made people be like, why are we not doing this by
yeah.
video?
Yeah.
So like now your freshman, sophomore year, you can reach out. Junior year, say that you're interested, and then senior year, you go through rounds. You send in videos first, and then they kind of do some cuts from there, or tell you what you really like. Your turns really need to get strengthened up, or your technique, and they tell you there, we're gonna move you on, and our next thing's in a month, and you have a month to show us what you can do. And
they do that. Huh? That's
and
awesome.
then the in-person tryouts, they'll do like one round where everyone gets to come into a practice with us. So it's not really a tryout, but it is kind of like
like to see how
they
match up next to the
interact
actual
and,
team.
Okay.
And then there's the in-person tryout.
And do you think
So they're still doing in-person tryouts in Mankato?
They do one final round, and then they have all the girls like dance in groups together and do a combo.
See, I like that personally. Like as a coach, I understand the recruitment side of it. I think it's cool, but I do think like I like to see that in-person aspect because I feel like you dance
how hard
different,
they're working,
right? And you
how
dance
they work with each other.
I also think us having like a full, like COVID, having the full video year, and like she didn't get to see any of us dance with anyone else, and then we all came in. They kind of were like, "Whoa!"
Well, like everybody dances different, or
Everyone
they don't
dances
blend.
different, or like
and on a video, you can make yourself look the absolute best that you possibly can.
I remember like when I was filming mine, I did that left pirouette probably 100 times because you had to hit a triple, and I'm like,
right, you're like not going to send a video of you bobbling a triple. Where if you were in person, you'd maybe bobble it and be like,
yeah, like that's what I have, and yeah, so that. I think that's why they do have that in person.
I think part of the in-person thing too is for me, I feel like college, you have to fit into the campus and the surroundings.
And that's where I feel like a lot of teams are doing the recruitment thing and having them come for a whole weekend and see how they bond and vibe with the team.
They go to like a game day and they see what that
Yeah.
atmosphere is like, and like more of like a practice and like that type of stuff.
So like the in-person has changed.
Yes.
Like what they're doing with it.
Okay. I just think that's part of it is knowing if you're going to fit in to that, if you like the vibe there.
Well, one of the girls that I danced with, Carly, she always like imagined herself going to like U of M. Like she just like that's even if she didn't make the dance team, whatever. She went to their campus for the first time and was like overwhelmed. It was so big, and she's like, I just need something smaller, and it was nothing to do with anything else besides campus size.
Campus size.
That makes sense.
Yeah, she said first tour, and she was like, I
don't like it.
Yeah.
What was your favorite style in college?
Oh, I loved pom.
It was, and now we didn't do in Minnesota. You don't do pom in high school, where all the states surrounding us do pom.
Yeah, but more of that like all-star type.
Right.
Yeah. Kick was always my favorite, so pom was always more comparable for me.
Right, because it's like that stiffness
and that high energy, like keeping it going. And our jazz dance is the first. Well. Because obviously my first year was COVID, so I only got to go to nationals 3 times. Our first 2 year we had like slower jazz dances, so like when I got to pom, it was just like always more of that high energy, and you could get into it a little bit more than.
And did you like the game day aspect at your football games?
Personally, it was not my favorite.
It wasn't.
But it like you grew to love them. Like my first year on the team,
I feel like you would like that.
Well, I grew to end up really liking it. My first year on the team, I was like, I didn't come to be a cheerleader. I wanted to be a dancer. It was like my big thing. And then you grow to like love the energy and like love cheering for it. And then I think it was after we started competing in game day that we kind of like learned to have more fun with it. And stuff.
Right.
Because
you're looking at the competitive side of it.
It's got to be competitive, or why do it?
Because my second year we started competing game day, and it just made like game day a challenge, and we all had to get like super into
fun.
it.
That is. So how many things do you compete? Pom, jazz, and game day?
Yes, because you can compete one of the 3 main things, which is pom, jazz, or hip hop, and then anyone can add in game day or spirit squad, and like any of that. You can go with your cheer team, and you can do like a big game day. You can bring your band out there, like. You can do multiple levels of game day too.
Well, that's neat.
Yeah.
So what a fun thing to be a part of the college. I would think one of the greatest things is right away when you get there, you have this built-in group of friends.
That was like the best thing, especially like going in COVID year. Like I had such a unique experience. Like we weren't allowed to have more than 2 people in our dorm rooms, and you have a roommate. So if your roommate left, you could have a friend over, but if they were there, you couldn't have anyone in there. And you couldn't have sleepovers. You couldn't. Not everyone could be in the dining center together. So like we had dance practice, and that was the one place like you could be with more than 10 people.
And were you wearing masks at that time at your
So for the first month we had to wear masks, and then any sports activity could go without mask. If you were in like your hours of practice, you didn't have to wear your mask, but any time outside of it, or if we pulled in close to talk.
Okay.
So like a lot of times we would just talk in like a big spread out circle, so then we didn't have to like go grab masks, put them on when you're all sweaty and stuff too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, thank you for coming on this and talking to us. So I hope it'll help some other high school kids that are thinking of going on to dance in college. And
100%. I would recommend it to anyone that's considering just to try out.
Yeah.
I never thought that I would do it for all 4 years. I was like, I'm probably just gonna do it for 1 or 2 years and meet my friends, get my last little bit of dancing out, and I just fell so in love with it.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, and you did so well. It was so I went to my first nationals to be able to watch last year, and you did so well. So that was neat.
It was fun.
It definitely was fun. Like all 4 years. I had 4 very different years on the team, and they all were. I wouldn't change any of them.
Oh, that's
I even think if you're like questioning it, but you're scared to do it, like do it. Even if you don't make a team, it's still the experience is going to build you and help you grow for other things that you're going to do in the future. And so, like tackling that fear of like, well, what if I don't make it? What if you don't? You're still going to keep going.
There's also people like we tried out with that we would see out through the year. Like we still knew them. You spend a whole 3 days.
Right. So you still make friends through it.
You still make friends with them, and you know who they are when you pass them and stuff. Like regardless of it, you're going to take something away.
Right. Absolutely. So, well, thanks.